WolfGxngDon, never lacking. 2K bills to the fraction, breaking it down to the pound, puts news and views on tips to get you cracking. It don't stop till we on top, boy, brick by brick, we gotta build. Give a like and drop a sub, this WolfGxngDon, you know it's real. Never chill, sauce it up, we stacking, getting bills. Peep the traction, getting badges, 2K champ, this how it feels. This the dawn, yeah, running it up, no time to play. You know what's on, yeah, the greatest builds inside 2K.
In today's video, I have the most dominant center build for defense that you will probably see on YouTube, man. So before we even get too far into the video, go ahead and do me a favor, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you got time, check out some other videos. I have plenty of bangers for y'all boys, man. Now, alright, this build is a center, and this is up to you. Jersey number is up to you, man. It is 7 feet tall, 248 pounds. We got a 7'7" wingspan, and for the body type, I went with solid, but you can do whatever makes you happy. It is your build. Now, alright, man. For this build, we're going to start out with some very good stats, man. So on the close shot, we're going to take this up to a 70. We're not going too high with this. The whole point of this build is to defend and dunk on everybody in the paint. So for this drive and layup, we're going to take this up to an 80, which is a very decent drive and layup. Drive and dunk, we're going to take this up to an 80 as well, man. We just got to be able to get some decent finishing badges. Now for the standing dunk, we're going to take this up to a 94. And this is just so we can get fast twitch on gold as well as rise up on gold. We're gonna go absolutely crazy with this build in the post, man. We gotta put some free throw on this build because the build really can't shoot like that. So one thing that you're gonna need to be able to do is hit those free throws, because it's gonna be huge that you're able to do it, because this build will likely get fouled quite a bit and you got to be able to fight back somehow. Now for the pass accuracy, we're going to take this up to a 76. One of my favorite badges on bigs in this entire game is break starter. Got to get that thing on gold, and you need pass accuracy so you're not out here just throwing straight turnovers off of rebounds. For the interior defense, we're going to take this up to a 79. I do not feel like this is super necessary, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to make a build without interior defense, of course. That would be silly, but I just don't think you got to have it super high, man. We're going to max out the perimeter defense so you won't be slow laterally. Every now and then you will go up against a build that can dribble, and you want to be able to defend that at least somewhat. Now for the steal on this build, we're going up to a 62, which is decent. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to play those passing lanes. You'll be able to do your thing. But now time for the stat that y'all all waiting on, man. This block, we're gonna take it all the way up to a 99, man. Offensive rebound, take that thing up to a 99 and just take a tick on defensive rebound. Just kidding, take it all the way up to a 92 to get 30 defensive badges. I'm telling you, this build is gonna be able to lock down the paint like no other, man. Now for the speed, we're gonna take this up to a 71. Leave acceleration right where it is. We are going to max out strength. You need a 94 strength to get Hall of Fame brick wall. Now for the vertical, we're gonna take this up to an 80. You are 7 feet tall with an 80 vertical. We are going crazy on this build. And last but not least, we're gonna take that stamina up to a 94. Now, with all of that being said, this is the build we got right here. So we got 19 finishing badges. No shooting. This build will not be able to shoot. I'm gonna just let y'all know that right now. The build can't shoot. Don't worry too much about shooting. Then we got a 71 for the speed, 56 for the acceleration, a 94 for the strength, an 80 for the vertical, and a 94 for the stamina, man. This build is gonna be able to do everything you need it to be able to do, with the exception of being able to shoot. You can't do that. But alright. So for the takeovers, all we have is rim protecting and glass cleaning, but those are the two things that this build does best. That's all you're gonna need it for. Now we can go ahead and continue so we can talk about the shades of, and I can show you what this build is called. So it comes out as shades of Clint Capella, Mitchell Robinson, and Rudy Gobert. He won defensive player a few times, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy. And we have built a glass cleaning finisher, man. Last but not least, we're gonna get into these badges because the badges, that's what's crazy on this build. We have to go crazy on the badges, man. All right, let's go ahead and test this build so I can show you the badges that I would put on this build in order to get the absolute most out of it. Now, time for the finishing badges on this build. We do got fast twitch core. I feel like between fast twitch and rise up, fast twitch will be a lot easier to core. But, you know, that's up to you, man. Either way, you're going to need both of these badges in order to be very dominant in the paint, as this build is made to do, man. We got a Hall of Fame back down Punisher. bronze posterizer because that's all we get it on, man. That's just in case you're trying to do one of those driving dunks. But for the most part, we're trying to, really work that inside big thing until, I'm just talking about until we go crazy with it. I got limitless takeoff on bronze, and then slithery finisher is on silver, man. But I'm telling you, this build is going to go crazy on the standing dunks. I've been doing it with a 6'10", so on a 7 foot with all of these badges, all of this dunk, you will be able to go absolutely crazy with it. For shooting, we don't have any shooting badges, bro. We don't got none. We don't have any. If you want to add some to this build, I would highly suggest just put it on slippery off ball. That'll help you more than anything else in this category. Slippery off ball is probably the only thing I'll be adding badges for, and that's if you want to, use one of your extra badges to make the build just a little bit better. And now for playmaking, really the only badge we care about in playmaking is break starter, man. We're not worried about any other badge in this category. Break starter is all that we're going for. These other joints I really just put on here to actually use the rest of the badges, man. But we got more than enough playmaking, and that is what it is. Now, last but not least, we got the best part about this build, man. We have the defense and rebounding badges. So we have rebound chaser cord. Now, it really doesn't matter which one you core. You can core rebound chaser, you can core anchor, but either way, just go ahead and put that thing on. Now, the thing about this is you will need to add an extra badge in order to get brick wall on Hall of Fame. That is definitely something that I would, consider doing on this build, is putting brick wall on Hall of Fame. So the only reason why I'm not running pogo is because I don't have enough badges to run all 4. Now, if you want to add all of your extra badges into defense, you could possibly get pogo as well, but I wouldn't suggest that. I would suggest maybe putting some in finishing and then sprinkling just a little bit in here, because there are a few things this build is missing. You're missing interceptor and post move lockdown. Like, that's why I would suggest putting some of them in here and going for those tier 2 or tier 1 badges as opposed to another tier 3. Now we got anchor Hall of Fame, brick wall on gold, chase down artist on gold. Don't think that chase downs or patch something crazy. You can still get these. You can still get chase downs, man. You just have to time it right. But they did nerf it a little bit, so you won't get it at the same rate as we're used to getting them from 2K22. We got box out beast on Hall of Fame. This is a chance for you to actually save a badge point. You can save a badge point right here and then actually put brick wall on Hall of Fame if you choose to do that. And last but not least, with the last tier 1 badge, we gonna have off ball pass. Now, I believe as a center, this is one of the most important badges that you'll get on this build. You do need to be able to, kind of bump people on their way to the paint, man, so you can, stop them from going crazy on you. This is something that can help you right here, just that off ball pest. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this video, man. I made this center to be the most dominant defensive build that I could possibly make at 7 foot, man. Let me know what y'all think about the build down in the comment section. I will catch y'all boys later. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. Peace.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby, down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the